Hey everyone, welcome to Clarity Tarot. Today's question is going to be, what good things are on their way to you? So my intention is for this to be only all the great stuff that's on its way, coming your way. There may be some not so great or neutral or bad, unpleasant things also on the way, and I will definitely say that if it comes up in the reading, but it's not my intent, okay? So the focus is all the good things that are about to roll in. We're going to do a pick a deck today. So there's 3 different readings. First pile is Byzantine Tarot. Pile 2 is Tarot of the Divine. And pile 3 is Ethereal Visions. This is a general reading, so not all messages will apply to all people. Just go with whatever resonates for you. If you're interested in a private reading, you can email me. My email is in the description box, as well as the timestamps for your general reading today. And if you need more time to pick a pile for your reading, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, I will see you at your reading. Hey, Pile 1. I'm so happy that you're here hanging out with me today. And we are looking at what good things are coming your way. So today is Friday in August. I'm not sure what the date is, but one of the tarot readers I subscribe to is Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch. I don't know if anybody else also is a subscriber for her. If you haven't yet, you may want to check her out. She's amazing, but she did a reading today, which was, what was it exactly? How to heal, or like how to trust again, something like that. And I picked pile 3 over there, which is about like learning to trust yourself and like trust in love and some other messages as well. But one of the things that she said that I really resonated with was like, whatever you're doing right now for your spiritual or creative practice, which for me is tarot readings, like primarily it's for you to explore, for you to know what you love and then share it with other people. It's not about, operationalizing it or monetizing it or making it the biggest, best thing ever. It's truly just for you to experience and then share with others who are interested in the journey. So I'm sharing that especially for you, Pile 1, because I feel like that might also relate to you. I have that sense. Maybe there's something that you're doing that is about to like hit it big, at least inside yourself, if not in the outside world. This could be any kind of creative project. It could be like a healing endeavor. It could be a side hustle or a hobby, but something like that is gaining momentum, gaining speed, gaining strength in a way inside you, in a way that is going to become very obvious soon. And your prior friends, your family members may not totally get it, and that's also okay. That's kind of part of the deal. So that message is coming through for you right away, but let's see what else. So Spirit, please help me to deliver the kindest messages. That's interesting. I've never prayed it quite that way before. The kindest messages for pile 1. Maybe you're feeling a little sensitive today, pile 1. Just totally fine. I've been there. I am there often. Kindest, most helpful, and most useful and encouraging messages for pile 1 on what is coming their way. Good things on the way for pile 1. Wow. Well, first we have the 9 of Swords with the Temperance card and the Emperor. There's something about your mental state that is really balancing out. What I immediately think of with the 9 of Swords is like nightmares, anxiety, dysthymia, or like a depressed mood, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like it's all too much, like I don't have what it takes. And this is on its way out for you, pile 1. If that's something you've been hoping for, praying for, really working on, that is coming in for you like yesterday, I'm hearing. The Temperance card's about balance, spiritual balance, and together with the Emperor, Emperor's like in charge. He's on top of his shit. He knows what this could even be like you being very controlling of what you allow in your thought life. So let's say you get a negative thought of, I'm such a piece of trash because I did this or that thing, or I said that to that person, or I didn't follow through on that goal, like just beating up on yourself, you're becoming very vigilant about that and not allowing it anymore. And Spirit saying, amazing job. The blessings that are coming in for you is an easing of any of this overwhelm, anxious thoughts, feeling sad, hopeless, overwhelmed. That is all balancing out. Amazing. What else for pile 1, Spirit? What is coming in for them? Good news on the way. Something good that is en route. 7 of Swords in the reverse. That's authenticity, truth. What you see is what you get. Whoa. The World in reverse. If there's something in particular that you're worried about, like you may have missed your chance with something, it's not over yet, I'm hearing. So this could be a person. It could be, if not a person, a project. Maybe it's even like maybe you're trying to apply for a new job and the job's been posted for a little while and you're like, is it too late to apply? No, definitely not too late to apply. Get that application in. So that might apply to one of you. We have the Knight of Coins, the Page of Coins. Good things on their way to you. This is like little... So the coins or the pentacles are your physical world. So this could be things like little creature comforts, like your space feeling extra clean and cozy. Maybe this is random. Maybe it's really bothered you how you have like shoes by your entryway and you end up getting a shoe organizer that keeps everything organized the way that you like, and it brings a lot of just happiness to your life. If that's you, I'm totally chuckling along with you because that's totally the kind of thing that would like by 10% increase my quality of life because, I work from home and if I walk by the door and there's a pile of shoes there, every time I walk by there, it's like a punch to the gut. And so having something to release that stress for me is like really positive. So there's something like that. It could be some other random examples I'm hearing. A new charging cord, a new bedside table setup, new sheets. Maybe even just rearranging of what you currently have in your closet so you can find things more easily. Perhaps if you work from home or if you have any kind of creative or desk space where you live, rearranging or repositioning that. So that could be like, rearranging the furniture in that room so your desk faces a different direction, or cleaning or organizing what's on the desk. So any of these kinds of things. The gift that's coming in for you about it is how much it's going to boost just your mood, your sense of self, your sense of groundedness, peace, and harmony. And maybe you've even been having kind of that nudge to get that done recently, but you've ignored it and you've been like, I'll get to it. It's not that important. It actually is important. Take that 20 minutes or hour or 2 hours or whatever it takes to get that sorted because it's going to make a huge difference for you, pile 1. If that doesn't relate to you, this could also be at work. There's some little changes at work that really make a big difference for you. Maybe you've been having a weekly meeting with your supervisor and it's really frustrating because that supervisor doesn't support you very well and it's very stressful and overwhelming. Well, maybe that meeting is now moving to once a month. Or on the opposite side, maybe you have a supervisor that you really need more time with to be able to make some progress on your projects, and now you're going to be meeting with them more often. It's like some kind of change to the structure of your world that's helpful. So other examples in like a work context, it could be reassignment of some of your duties, either like you getting more things that you're interested in or less of what you're not. This could also be money. Let's say that. This could be you getting a salary increase or a bump. This could be a lottery ticket. This could be somebody being like, hey, I owed you that $100 and I'm finally giving it back to you, and you've forgotten about it because it's been so long and you kind of gave up hope that this person would ever repay you. So there's some messages in there, not all will apply to you, but there's something along the way like that that is on its way to you. What else for pile one? Good things on the way for pile one. We have the Hermit, the Tower in reverse, and the Hierophant, the Patriarch. Okay, so this is for those of you out there that relate to having a spiritual connection with someone. This could be a twin flame, higher level soulmate, anybody you just can't seem to stop thinking about that causes you to go on a spiritual search here with the Hermit. You may also see that person as the Hermit, like someone kind of reclusive, someone separated from you. And every time you have a period of time where you are revisiting, thinking about this person in the past, it's thrown you off balance. Maybe it's exacerbated some of these like sleepless nights, worries, overwhelm. But in some way, it's created a tower moment for you. If you see this person in person or even like through a screen occasionally, and if that seems to throw you off, the gift that's coming your way is the next time that you interact with this person, that tower is not going to happen. So the reason that this is a gift with the Patriarch here, the Hierophant, and it's a good thing, is you're seeing how far you've come, how much you've up-leveled, how much there's still love between you and this person, but they don't totally like take you out anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, if you know, pile one, it can be really overwhelming, and that's no longer going to be your experience. I'm getting that, like, in terms of how you feel and how these positive changes impact you, this one's going to be the biggest one of what we've mentioned so far. Like, you're going to see that person, you're going to see the situation clearly for what it is, you're going to feel grounded, you're going to feel spiritually connected, and it's not going to burn anything in your life to the ground, even for an hour or a day, the way it maybe has in past moments. So, hooray for that. I love that for you, pile one. Because, I mean, that tells me that you've really been doing the work, facing yourself, listening to spirit, trying to grow, like just doing your best to be on your path. And it shows. It's yielding positive results. Good things coming in. Wow, look at this. For pile one, we have Sophia. So Sophia is the high priestess in this deck. Sophia, goddess of wisdom. Always makes me think of the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Gifts coming in for you. This is going to be a little bit different for each of you. For some of you, this is an actual person who's coming in. Someone who is going to be a mother figure. Let me say that a different way, because they're not going to mother you. Someone who's going to be an exemplar for you of what positive feminine energy can look like. If you're like me or like a lot of people, you've seen a lot of examples of masculine energy, especially in leadership. And masculine energy is, taking charge, being very goal-oriented, like, this is what we need, let's just go do it, let's go take it. Hunter, gatherer, warrior type energy. And feminine energy is about being receptive, surrendered, accepting, allowing, going with the flow, letting things come to you, being in a more receptive frame of mind. And when I say masculine and feminine, that's not male and female. It's not gendered. It's about the energy, and we all have both, and just kind of like a mix of both. Part of the goal of the spiritual journey, at least in my point of view, is to achieve more balance. Most of us show up on this planet a little bit more one way or the other. It's hard to have balanced relationships or a balanced life if we're only in masculine energy, if we're only in feminine energy. So, for some reason, a gift that Spirit wants to give you is a positive example of how beautiful feminine energy can be. Now, this tells me a few things about you. It tells me that your relationship with your mom was maybe not awesome. Okay? And this could go all the way from, yeah, we never connected and never felt that nurtured by her, all the way up to like very extreme neglect, abuse experiences. And so whatever you experienced here, I'm truly sorry that you did not have the positive example that that we all really deserve, right? And at the same time, all of our parents, I really believe parents do their best with what they've got. Your mom probably did not have a great example either, yeah? But anyway, what this tells me about you is that your relationship with your feminine energy is a little strained. Like if your feminine energy was a person, you would be maybe in separation or no to low contact. You know what I mean? Like it's maybe hard for you to really sit in that frame of mind. And the reason this is a gift for you is you're going to see an example, maybe for the first time or the first time in a long time, of someone that you truly want to emulate, that you want to be like, who is an amazing example of feminine energy. And this person's going to invest in you. And they're not going to invest in you in a masculine way. Because, I mean, think about it. Actually, I have never thought about this, what I'm about to say, and it's already blowing my mind as it's kind of running through my brain. So when I think of investing in somebody, I think of being consistent, reaching out, chatting with them, helping them feel supported, doing things for them. And that's all pretty masculine, right? It's active. It's, what can I create here? What can I make happen? This person's going to invest in you in a feminine energy sort of way. So that means basically whatever you bring to their doorstep in one way or another, they're going to heal, transmute, make space for, accept, nurture, reflect, and mirror back positively, all in ways that is going to be really profound for you. Pile one. I actually have started having this experience myself. Since moving to this area of South Carolina, I've started visiting churches, which I do like to be connected to a church, even if I don't agree with a lot of the teachings sometimes. But I did find this one that has a female rector. It's an Episcopalian church, which I've never been too much a part of in the past. But she's like 30 years old. So it was my first time having like a head pastor younger than me. But the most beautiful experience of feminine energy and leadership that I think I've seen. And it feels to me like I've seen a lot. So it's been very transformative for me, and I've only been there a few times. Anyway, this person, something similar to that is coming in for you. They may or may not be in any kind of spiritual role, but they're going to show up in your life in a positive way with feminine energy. So that's for some of you. For others of you, this is you. This is your future. This is the person that's coming in for you, that you are turning into. And maybe it's both for most people in this pile. This person that's mentoring you or having this influence is calling forth a part of you, of your feminine energy that's been dormant for a very long time and is now coming to the surface. And how beautiful is that, pile one? Wow. It's almost like you have all this strength, all this ability, this intuition, this ability to surrender and accept that you haven't been in touch with most of your life because of this conflicted relationship with the feminine, even within you. And that is now falling away. It's being healed. I'm getting that that's also related to the relationship with this spiritual relationship. Something about this has activated and begun the healing process for your feminine energy. So whatever frustrations you have with this, and I can only imagine because any of us that have been there, it's like, I could have done without this. Yeah. You're going to start to see like what comes from this, and wow, it's all worth it. Like with this Sophia card. I mean, can you imagine if this is actually you, Sophia, the high priestess, the keeper of all wisdom, endlessly all-knowing, all-seeing, intuitive, wise, connected, grounded, tapped into surrender energy, to feminine nurturing, and that's you, and all you had to do is go through this like mind-numbing, heart-wrenching experience with this other person for a year or 5 years or 10 years or 20. To me, that's worth it. Not sure how you feel about it, pile one. But yeah, that's amazing. So that's coming in for you. Let's keep going. What else for my pile 1 spirit is on their way to them? We have 6 of Wands in the reverse with 5 of Wands. Good things on the way to you. 6 of Wands in the reverse with 5 of Wands. I mean, that to me looks like you fighting for something and not being successful. So I want to know why that is a good thing for you. This could be any number of circumstances. So Spirit, why is this a good thing coming in for pile 1? This conflict. We have 5 of Swords and the Lovers. So this is again about probably a romantic relationship. It could be referencing this spiritual relationship over here. And this other person is in 5 of Swords energy. 5 of Swords energy, I mean, you can see here from the way this person has this stance. It's like, you know, it's going to be how I want it to be. And you can either get with the program or get out. And this is not going to be successful. It's going to create some inner conflict, possibly even outer conflict for you. And it's a gift that it's not going to work out because you aren't going to give in to this person. You're not going to do things their way. It's going to fail, and that's part of their spiritual lesson. And let me have one more card about why this is a gift. Now that I understand what's happening here, Spirit, what is it about this that is a positive thing coming in for pile 1? How is this a gift? At a minimum, think you're going to see how strong you are. How strong you are. 7 of Cups. Something about this is going to show you your own power, your own value, your own ability to make so many different choices. You're not, if you've ever felt like at this person's mercy, or like you had no choices, or you had no control, nothing could happen for you, you're going to be shocked at how you no longer have those feelings. And I'm getting that those feelings were coming from you wanting a particular outcome. Because let's say in your mind, you want to create a harmonious, loving relationship with this person, with them in the physical. So if you're very focused on that, then it greatly reduces your choices, right? Like if somebody comes to you in this kind of belligerent energy and in your mind, you're thinking, I want to create a harmonious, positive, romantic relationship with this person at all costs, then you tolerate a lot more. If things aren't going that way, you might feel like you have to try harder or you need to try a new strategy. However, if your goal is not that, if your goal is to see what happens, see where the energy is flowing, be surrendered, and just go along with the flow of your life and trust that it's taking you in the right place, feminine energy, by the way. If you're focused on that, then you realize, oh, there's so many different ways I can participate in this situation, in this relationship, that I didn't even know that I could. In fact, I don't even have to choose this dynamic or this relationship anymore if I don't want to. But at the moments when it does come in, I can decide what to do with it. And it doesn't have to be according to that person's rules at all. I mean, yeah. Awesome. That's amazing, pile 1. Okay, so those are some of the great things coming in for you. I hope some of the things resonated. I'd like to close your reading. What do I want to pull? I actually want to do some love bombs. I don't know if I'll do that for every pile, but especially because Spirit mentioned that maybe you need some encouragement today, or you're feeling a little burnt out. I mean, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I always get that feeling like Thursdays and Fridays because I've just been pushing so hard all week. So it might be like part of it, like purely physical exhaustion, pile 1. But regardless, we are going to get a few messages, a few love bombs for you. Love bombs for pile 1, please. Okay, so far we have, you inspire me to be a better person. I admire your determination. If I really needed help, you'd be the first person I would call. Thank you for being there for me. You have a wonderful family. I'm happy for you. I want to interpret this one for you because I think for many of you, your family is actually a source of pain. If it's not, and this is like literal, awesome. But for others of you, it's like your chosen family, your soul tribe, the people that are now surrounding you that love, accept, and support you. That's what this is referring to. Let's get two more. And actually, let's have these two be from that spiritual relationship person, please. So 2 love bombs from pile one's hermit. I admire your courage to be yourself. The word courage is really standing out there for me. I admire your courage to be yourself. What else for pile one? Pile one, please. Your kindness really made my day. So regardless of your experiences with this person, the good times, the bad times, the harsh words, or just the coldness that's been between you at moments, this person has several moments. I'm hearing more than 5 moments with you where interacting with you has filled them with such a sense of love, acceptance, beauty, and wonder that they could almost cry about it. So, and I'm coming back to this Sophia person. So if you do have that person that comes in, I think you're going to have that experience of just total acceptance, love, tenderness in their presence in a way that's going to be kind of overwhelming for you. It may even give you a little bit of a sense of what it's like for this spiritual relationship you have, what they experience around you. Does it make sense? So that's another part of that gift. You're going to have a deeper experience of like that kind of overwhelm when someone offers you love, acceptance, presence in a way that you haven't had before, just how it cracks you wide open from the heart chakra. And it's a really big deal. Okay, pile one. Very interesting reading. I love this for you. Please let me know how it resonated in the comments. I would also love to hear if any of these things start coming in for you and how it goes. And please leave a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Hey, pile two, if you picked Tarot of the Divine, this will be your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so happy that you watched my channel. And we are going to be asking what good things are on their way to you. What's coming in for you? I love this deck in particular because it's folklore and fairy tales from many different cultures. You may have seen it on some other readers' channels as well. But the guidebook has all these like snippets of what the artwork is referring to. And it's interesting that I'm hearing myself mention that. I wonder if that's going to come up in your reading somewhere. I might have to pull something out and read it for you, depending on where we go. So let's jump into this. So Spirit, please help me to channel the most helpful and encouraging messages for pile two. Help it to be what they need to hear, not what they want to hear about the good things coming in for them next. Thank you. So for pile two, good things on their way, we have the 3 of Wands in reverse and 2 of Wands. So counting backwards down from 3 to 2 of Wands. So there's something about, it's interesting, like pile one was in some ways about like expansiveness, like you have more options than you think. You're going the opposite direction. It's like you are looking at all the possibilities and now you're starting to narrow and focus on what you actually want. You're grieving your losses. You're realizing, you know, I can't live every lifetime that I want to. I can't be an astronaut and a scientist and a school teacher and a deep sea diver and a musician. I can't be single and married. I can't have kids and not have kids. Like there's certain choices I have to make in life, and then I have to go with it. And to be able to do that, I have to grieve the other possibilities. This to me is also related to fear of commitment, fear of settling down, whether it's romantically or career-wise. If you've ever struggled with that, like that is something that is healing for you, and it's related to this narrowing of options. It's like you're realizing that having every option and not selecting actually causes its own kind of separation and loneliness. Like it's not all roses. It's not. I think the way that I've heard people talk about, like, we have all the choices in the world, like the world is ours. It's always presented to me in like a very sunny, positive way. And there is a good feeling with that, but there's also like a really beautiful, grounded knowing and sense of who I am when you know you're on your path. And that's your path for now. And yeah, do I wish that I could have been a famous opera singer or something? Yeah, maybe. But I also knew what else went into that path, and so it's easier for me to let that go and grieve it when I realize there's a downside too, and I don't want that downside. And then we have the Tower as the next card. Yeah, this is a gift coming in for you. So this is a positive Tower. To me, this is all related to the same thing. This is kind of like, I was just talking with someone about this yesterday. So the song Unanswered Prayers by Garth Brooks, and this person was telling me a different song with the same idea, which I'm not remembering right now. But the idea of Unanswered Prayers is a country song from years ago, and the lyrics go something like, sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers, because the story in the song is this person running into one of their ex-partners, ex-girlfriends in this case, and remembering how much they wish they could be with that person and that it would work out, and just never worked out. And then they look at their wife and they're like, wow, I'm so glad that did not work out, because I would have missed out on this. There's some kind of experience you're having with that, like some realization where you're seeing something I've been investing in was never going to make me happy anyway. And yeah, there's some grief with that. That's kind of a bummer. But what freedom is there in that to see, like, oh, I've been working on this PhD to become, I guess I'll say, an astronaut. Do you need a PhD to be an astronaut? Probably. But let's say you were doing that and you were failing out of your classes, you're depressed, unhappy, you're like, I just don't know if I want to do this anymore, and it falls apart and you quit. That sucks. No one wants to go through that, but it's a closed door. And sometimes closed doors are the best gift we can receive, because it shows us what is still open. I'm getting for most of you, though, this is like not so much a job, even though it might relate to a job partially, but it's about like who you want to be as a person. So those examples I was giving earlier, like, do I want to be a family person who settles down and has children? Do I want to be single forever and travel the world? Do I want to be focused on my career? Do I want to be like a nomad or a gypsy and just do whatever it takes to get by, or live in a commune and pool all of my resources together with others? There's something here where you've been considering multiple ways of being, and you're realizing what isn't going to work. And you're realizing that through this closed door. Is there anything more about that for pile 2, please, Spirit? Anything more about how this is a good thing coming their way? By the way, this is something that for most of you would have happened already. So I wouldn't want anyone to be like afraid of something falling apart. This is either fully unraveled or like 50-60% unraveled already. So it's something you're already aware is like not probably going to work out. 6 of Cups in reverse. For some of you, it's a relationship, someone that you really hoped things would work out, and you're getting the sense like, oh, this person's not going to swing back around, or this is not going to happen for me. And realizing, you know how when you're starting to date somebody, unless I'm the only person that's like this, but I don't think that I am, when I meet somebody new, I'm thinking like, oh, this is what my life would be like with that person. This is where we live. This is the kind of job I'd have. This is how we'd spend our free time. This is what our friends would be like. And is that the life I want, kind of thing. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. You're realizing that this person that you've loved, someone who is a soulmate to you, they're not endgame for you. And wow, that sucks. It's also the point of dating. To be blunt, it's the point of going out there and forming strong connections with people to figure out who works and who doesn't. And I get it, like, no one wants disappointment after disappointment. It's painful, it's overwhelming, it's the worst. It's also showing you that it's not the right thing for you. And I'm really getting with this situation, pile 2, it's like you could twist yourself into a pretzel, make this person happy, and stay with them. So it's not like you can't have them if you want them. It's more, can I be happy? And I think you're realizing that you can't be happy. So I feel like you're more in control of this than the average person. So again, like this is not the kind of situation where someone's going to break up with you. I don't think. It would at least be mutual is the scenario I'm seeing. What else? What are the positive things coming in for pile 2? Good things on their way to you. Maybe you needed the confirmation, pile 2, that these things falling apart are actually really good things. It reminds me of that saying, like, when things fall apart, they're really falling into place. I'm getting that. I don't actually think that's always true, but in your situation, from what I'm seeing, it is true. So if you've been needing that reassurance, Spirit has it for you today. What else for pile 2? Good things coming their way. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Emperor. Wow. So I'm not surprised to see this, but it's like the moment you fully release everything up here, what do we have? The Wheel of Fortune. This is good luck, good karma. This is Spirit, the universe, immediately rewarding you with a pop of luck, of happiness, of good fortune, to be like, hey, pile 2, great job. Keep doing what you're doing. You're absolutely killing it. Don't go back, go forward. And Spirit is just like itching to give this to you. And this could come in any number of forms. This could be money, new friendships, just like that sense of relief when you're finally done with something. This could be fame, recognition, but primarily, like, no matter how it shows up in the material world, there will be something, some way it shows up. It's about how you're going to feel. You're going to feel in control of your life, like you know what you want and you're moving towards it. And what a gift is that, Sometimes we're all just like trying to survive, make it through the day, get to the next thing. But it's like you feel strong, centered, calm. You know who you are, what you want, and you're going for it. I love that for you. Then we have the Emperor. So this is 2 things. This is you being in control of your life, like I said, you knowing what you want, who you are, what you stand for, what you won't stand for. And for some of you, this is a new romantic partner. The Emperor is no joke. The Emperor's counterpart is the Empress. So this person is very picky. How do I say this? What exactly is wanting to come through? I'm actually wanting to tell a story about my partner right now. So I met him, I guess he was 29 when I met him. And something that really surprised me about him that I hadn't really come across before in anyone I dated is that he'd had long-term relationships, but he was kind of just like in them. And this is my perspective anyway. He was kind of just like in them, like didn't tell those people that he loved them, created a positive bond, But he just knew like that wasn't going to be it for him with that person. He had this list of who he wanted to be with, and he just always assumed like he would never find that. And then, of course, I'm so wonderful. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. But I came along and I kind of, I don't know, ticked his boxes, all of his boxes. And so he behaved totally differently in the relationship with me than he had with anyone else because like he was all in. He knew it was it for him. And there's something like that you're going to experience because I think you've maybe experienced some of like the Emperor in reverse, which is someone being controlling. There's only one way that this can go for me, just being like really stubborn. And you're going to see the high side of the Emperor now in your dating life, which is somebody that knows what they want. And they're just going to, with that, bring that masculine energy of like all in, we're going to make this happen. Nothing will stop us. And it's going to be really healing for you. So for those of you, or maybe one or two of you here where the romance message doesn't apply, if this isn't romance, this person could be like a partner in business. They could be somebody who invests in you personally. This could even be, could this be like a therapist? More like an advisor of some kind. But the way you're going to know this person is they're going to see you and they're going to say, that is like a worthy investment is the vibe. Someone that I want in my life, someone that I want to give to, somebody that is a match for me. You're going to get that vibe from this person and you're going to naturally fall into a harmonious relationship. What's a better word than harmonious? It's like, it's just a partnership from day one. It's like you have things this person doesn't have and they have things you don't have. And you know that almost without discussing it from the very beginning, and you want to help each other. No, it's not that you want to help each other. Sorry, I'm really wanting to get this word right. It's not about helping. I think it's about experiencing and leveling up and sharing. And it's like you both see in the other person someone that could help you become more of yourself. And have you ever had that experience? It's the best. Oh, it's the best. Being around, and this is like soul tribe, you know, being around somebody and it's like you interacting with you makes me a better person. You're going to almost immediately have that experience meeting this person, and it's going to really transform some aspect of your life. So, wow. I mean, amazing. Pile 2. What else is coming in for pile 2? Good things on the way for pile 2. Good things on the way for pile 2. We have 3 of Swords in reverse. Healing of a broken heart. Yeah. I get, like, maybe you're the kind of person, I am getting a lot of romance messages, so just hang on if you're one of those people that doesn't apply for. But it's like, you've entertained a lot of jokers in the past, and it's not your fault, pile 2. We've all done it because there's just a lot of people out there that don't know what they want, haven't healed their attachment issues, are just out here to, like, on these streets to get whatever they can from people. And you've had to learn so much in dealing with them and understanding your own heart, what you'll go for and what you won't. And you've gotten to a really good place with it. So there's going to be something about, have you ever had that experience where you meet someone and you're like, wow, just knowing that you exist is so healing for me. I had that experience when I was much younger, just like meeting a man who was much older. He was taken, like he wasn't a romantic option for me. Let's just put it that way. And I wasn't even thinking of it like that, but just seeing him and being like, oh, okay, there's an example of someone I would really love to meet and see if I could create something with. You're going to, at a minimum, have that experience. But for many of you, you're going to end up with this person. What else? Good things coming in for pile 2. And again, if it's not romance, it's some other area of your life where there's kind of like, where you're shopping. You know, it could be best friends that you're looking for. It could be work situation. Could be spiritual guru you're looking for. Something where whatever that area of your life is, that like there's this void you kind of want to fill. Yeah. Ooh, the devil. Something good coming in for you. I mean, this could be bedroom time. Let me pull another card or two. And look at that, going from 5 of coins to the devil. Yow. What else? Good things coming in for pile 2. The Hermit in the reverse and 8 of swords. The Hermit in the reverse and 8 of swords. Yeah, I'm really getting here like Kundalini awakening, which is a resurgence, and it's intense. Resurgence of your sensual energy, like a part of you coming online that you almost didn't even know existed. For many of you, this is going to be connected to this Emperor person, whether or not this person's romantic. I mean, so Kundalini rising is, yeah, it's sensual energy, but it's also just like creativity, it's passion, it's aliveness. So while many of you, this is going to have like a sexual context or expression, for others of you, it's going to be creativity. It's going to be you creating your magnum opus or your masterwork, your some creative project or way that you're showing up in the world that feels totally new and like a new part of you. I'm trying to think, like my mind is searching for the perfect image or example or tarot card for this. It's not coming, but I'm gonna see, is there anything else on this awakening for pile 2 that you want to mention, Spirit? Can I get one card to describe? Thank you. We have the Fool in the reverse. Something about this is going to help you realize how wise you've become, how on the right track you've been. Again, maybe you've been surrounded by people that haven't been able to see your greatness, and so you begin to doubt yourself. I mean, doesn't this happen to all of us? If you're with people that aren't totally on your vibe, they're constantly negging you somehow. It's like, it can't be any other way. And so not until you get people that are around your same level of development or values or whatever, then it's like it all opens up for you and you see yourself accurately. So this awakening or rising for you is going to be almost like you meeting yourself for the first time. Which, if that isn't like falling in love, the falling in love experience, I don't know what is. I really believe that falling in love is, when we fall in love with someone, it's because we fall in love with ourselves through their eyes. And it's like we're experiencing ourselves differently because of how that person views us. And so that's happening for you. This is almost feeling to me like I've never been seen before you. I feel fully seen, fully understood. And yes, you're in love with that person for showing it to you, but it's more about you. You own this. You're not dependent on the way they make you feel. I don't know if you understand the difference, what I'm trying to highlight here, but it's like, it belongs to you. Even your sexual energy, it belongs to you. And you're taking charge, taking ownership of it in a way that you never have before. Wow. Can this be my pile? Amazing. I'm really going to want whoever's in here to comment. Let me know if and when this happens and what it's like for you, because, yeah, I'll get my popcorn and just read through your experiences and dream and be so happy for you. Okay, we've got what else coming in for you to finish up your reading. We have Justice, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yes. Oh, yes. It's all the things I was just saying. Okay, Justice. Things finally coming into focus, like the way that they should. Like you've been making all the right moves and it finally comes together for you. And I gotta say, I was a little worried for you, pile 2, because this first line, like, yes, those are gifts, but wow, are they kind of rough gifts, you know? So I was really hoping that Spirit was going to come through with something big, and wow, did they deliver. Justice. I mean, this could be literally like a court case going your way. It could be a divorce that you want going through. But regardless, it's going to be like people, the whole world realizing who you are and what you truly deserve. And you're not going to have to try to convince anybody. You're not going to feel misunderstood the same way. Or maybe you'll just decide not to try. That could also be it. But whatever the case, it's going to be obvious to everyone who you are and your value. And who are you, pile 2? Here you are. Queen of Wands, Pele. This is what I want to read in you. There's going to be something I want to read about Pele. And I think there's only like one sentence about her in here. But even so, I'm feeling like I should do that. So we're gonna. Queen of Wands. Pele, a Hawaiian deity. The Queen of Wands represents a fiery force. The volcano goddess Pele's rages can be destructive, but her blessings are just as powerful. She is the creativity of dance, the nourishment of rich soil, and the chaotic force of an explosion. I am so happy to have read that because that's totally what was happening up here. There was like this chaos and explosion in this other situation. And somehow you trusted yourself though, pal, too, didn't you? Like you knew there was some part of you that knew like this is necessary, like this is divine destruction. I'm a disruptor. I know this is part of me. And you allowed all that to come through, even though you knew it came with pain and struggle. And here on the other side, you have Kundalini awakening. You have a person that's more of a match for you coming in. You have you stepping out and showing out in a way that you haven't to this degree before, and you knowing yourself and having that be deep within you in a new way. Wow. Amazing. Well, I think we better stop there. I mean, can it get better than this? Pile 2. So those are the good things on their way to you. Please let me know what you thought about this reading. I'd love to hear your comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when I upload a new reading. And thank you so much for coming by today. It's been a pleasure reading for you. See you soon. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. We are asking Spirit today, what great things are on their way to you? I appreciate you coming to my video today. I'm excited to read for you. Spirit, please help me to deliver the most helpful, divine, and useful, that's the same as helpful, messages to my Pile 3s. If anything is not for their... What is coming out of my mouth right now? If anything is not for their ears, please let it fall away. Okay, that's a message for somebody out there because I'm not talk like that. And if it is to be remembered and implemented, please help them to recall that as well. Wow, kind of a weird prayer there. Don't mind saying, Pile 3, but we're going to go with it. So let's get straight into it. For Pile 3, please. Good things coming in for them. First, we've got Strength in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Swords, you leaving behind whatever sucks the life out of you, whatever doesn't make you happy, whatever's not a full body yes. You're like, deuces, sorry, out of here, not interested. And that is a huge gift in your life because who's got time to waste? I don't got time to waste. What good things are coming in for Pile 3? Good things coming in for Pile 3. This deck is just, it's wanting to like spit everywhere. So I think you're at a time of like rapid advancement. I'm not going to be surprised if I see the 8 of Wands come out here. Queen of Swords in the reverse, 6 of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Devil, Ace of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups. Let's get one more. Okay, we got two. Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So what's coming in for you? King of Cups in the reverse at the bottom. So the place my brain or my eye is drawn to in this whole spread is this Ace of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse is what is false, what is untrue, what is not aligned, and you're seeing that. It's like this is the classic, like, knowing what's meant for you and allowing everything else to just be collateral damage, I'm hearing. And you're so, like, ruthless about it, pile 3, like, in the best way. Queen of Swords in the reverse, you want your soul tribe and nothing else. It's like, if you, like, let's say you're meeting new friends, even if it's somebody that you think is kind of interesting, or maybe they have like power or money or lots of connections, or you work with them, or there's some advantage to you being connected to them. If you have a sense that they're not soul tribe, you're like, nope, next, moving on. Not wasting my time or energy on any of this. And the thing that this is doing for you is, in a way, it's making your world smaller, but it's like quality over quantity. Maybe you have 5 friends now, but like they all support you. You don't have any frenemies. You don't have anybody that's damaging to you in any way. They're all amazing. And you maybe if you had like a bunch of different gigs, now you have 1 or 2 jobs that you're working, and you're like, I'm just not going to waste my time. I decline that energy might be your motto right now. Which, okay, so one of I kind of am getting this vibe for you too, pile 3, that you might like this. So one of the accounts I follow on Instagram that I really love is Overheard LA. There's several of them for different cities in the US. But this is, people in public overhearing somebody say something ridiculous that really characterizes, I guess, that location. And I read one time on Overheard LA, Overheard Los Angeles, that was something like, someone overheard in a Trader Joe's parking lot, like, no, I'm not dealing with that conflict today. I decline that energy. And it really stuck in my mind. I was like, ooh, I'm using that. And this might be the first time I've actually used it in a tarot reading, or maybe just elsewhere in life, and I really want to bring that back. I decline that energy. That's you, pile 3. Also, check out that account for a laugh. I think you might like it. They have New York. I think there's Miami. There's a few others. Not sure if there's any international ones, but they're hilarious. And all like cultural jokes, which I tend to really like because it tells you a lot about that location. Anyway, there's something about this that you're really vibing with. Like, just being able to... It's almost like I can see you gleefully skipping through a field and just slicing things in half that you no longer want to deal with, from on the left side, on the right side, and you're like skipping and whistling and like, don't need that, don't need that, don't need to talk to you, blocking you, never speaking to you again. And it's like, not like you're being crass about it. Like, if somebody deserves a conversation, you definitely give that. But you're just being very picky about where you direct yourself, and you're only doing it in the places that meet your priorities. So a big thing that's coming through for me with you is friends. So maybe you've been a kind of person in the past that has really kept up with a lot of friends from home, people that you were close with at one time that maybe you aren't anymore, or even like classmates. Maybe you were big on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, classmates. I don't know, what are some of the other ones from back in the day? MySpace. I don't think that's around anymore, is it? There's no MySpace. But maybe you had a lot of connections And at some point you just realize, what value is there in this to me? 0? Does it meet one of my top 10 priorities? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna not do that anymore. So maybe you just stop checking or stop communicating or stop posting. That's just an example, but there's some version of that with you that has been really, really positive. Pile 3. So let's see. What else is coming in for my pile 3s? And you know what's so funny? Like, being in your energy, I just want to pull all the cards. I want to get all my decks. I want to see everything. We're going to stick with this one for a little bit, but I am going to pull some from a few other places for you too. What is coming in for pile 3? What good things are on the way for pile 3? The Chariot, King of Swords in the reverse. I think this is you. I think you're the King of Swords in the reverse. I mean, we had Queen of Swords in the reverse. Spirit's like, hey, you haven't emphasized it enough. So gives me another King of Swords in reverse. Again, ruthless in the best way. Like, I'm not going to entertain any nonsense. Nonsense-free zone. Do not bring it to my door. I know what's mine. I'm not sharing it with anybody. And I'm moving fast. Even if moving fast means, I'm canceling those 5 social events that were on my calendar. I want to stay at home and think. I want to journal. I want to do some tarot readings. I want to pray. I want to meditate. I want to expand rapidly in the areas that are most important for me for right now. And it's maybe not some of the ways I've spent my time in the past. This deck is winking at me. Who knows why? Because it is the Hack Your Nervous System deck. Maybe you've had some kind of physical experience recently, pile 3, where you've realized the impact some of your habits or activities have had on you. So what's coming to mind right now is actually a story someone told me yesterday about a moment when they knew someone wasn't going to end up being a real friend to them. And the story went like that they were hanging out with a few other people and they were transferring from one activity to the next activity. Friend 1 and friend 2 went off to something, but friend 1 said to friend 3, like, hey, remember, you have to come take over for me with friend 2 in a little while because I have tickets to that show. I need to leave by this time. So you're going to come like switch out with me, right? And friend 3 is like, yeah, don't worry. So friend 1 goes off with friend 2. When it's time to leave, calls friend 3 and is like, hey, I'm headed out. You're going to come take over for this, our mutual friend, right? And friend 3 is like, oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I'm drunk and high and I'm at home. I can't come. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm laughing. And then just, it's something I would just never dream of being that way to a friend. Anyway, so that person that was telling me the story was like, yeah, that's when I knew, like, this is, I don't need to be doing this. And just think about the impact that had on that person's nervous system and body. Like, they're trying to be there with friend 2, all the while in the back of their mind they're like, is friend 3 really gonna come through for me? And they're watching the clock like, I gotta leave in 5 minutes, now it's 3 minutes, now it's 2 minutes. And then the anger that comes up when you have to cancel your plans, you don't get your money back, when you're frustrated with your friend, you don't want to be mad at them. Just the cost, the toll on your nervous system of a simple, very probably normal experience like that for some people. So there's something I think that's wanting to come through for you related to that. Your Spirit wants to talk to you about your nervous system. Is it just this one card, Spirit, or is there something else that wants to come through? But I'm really getting that the new things coming in for you, it's like changes to primarily your social life. This could be romantic or work as well. But I'm getting more like the people you spend your time with, how you spend your off hours. So first here we have expanding connection. It's an exercise where you each place a hand over the other person's hearts, and you can either keep your eyes open or closed. I think this is coming through because Spirit wants to show you like the quality of what you're looking for. If you're with somebody and it doesn't feel like this, it's not for you. It's not your soul tribe. For some of your soul tribe, you might literally do this. Like this reminds me of soul gazing, which is something that's done a lot of times at workshops where you stand across from somebody and you take 5 minutes just staring into each other's eyes. It's amazing how much empathy and understanding you can experience from that or communicate when you're having that kind of moment with somebody. And I just really get, Pile 3, that you're the kind of person that would just love that kind of thing. And maybe you're around some people that are like, oh, why would you ever do that? Or I don't want to go to that kind of workshop. What a waste of money, or too touchy-feely, or whatever they might say. Or even if they would be into it, it's just not how they prioritize, right? I mean, somebody can say they're into that, but then if they spend all their time being high at home, or I don't know, going hiking, going to concerts. I mean, not that none of those things are like terrible, but where you actually spend your time and money says a lot about you, yeah? Next we have growing moon. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, blah, blah, blah. Bring hands, palms facing toward each other in front of your abdomen, as if you're holding the moon. Inhale, slowly separate your hands away from each other until your breath is fully expanded. Then exhale, drawing them back to their original position. Direct your attention to the sensations that arise in your hands and the space between them. Okay, so this is an amazing exercise to do to play with energy and energy awareness, because I'm sure many of you on my channel have already tried this, but it's so simple just to start to feel the tingling, the vibration, the energetic waves that are going between your hands. Because the more that you're doing that with yourself, the more you start to notice it in other places, because there's energy around all the time. So there's something here for you, like the gift coming in for you is you're not just understanding who's for you and who isn't, but you're understanding why. You're understanding the energetic impact, the undercurrents, the felt experience of being somebody that's like, oh, I forgot I was supposed to show up for you for that thing, versus someone who's present with you, who is putting their hand over your heart, literally or metaphorically, who's wanting to connect, wanting to partner, wanting to experience life with you in a way that's really powerful and beautiful. Love this for you, Pile 3. Okay, I want to pull from one other deck for you, which is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. And we'll see. I love this deck. The artwork is so beautiful. So, one card for Pile 3. It doesn't have to be just one. However many want to come out for Pile 3. Card for Pile 3, please. There, we've got it. A loyal guardian, a magical protector is there for you. For those of you that have a pet, a dog, or a cat, another message is coming through. It doesn't have to be just a dog or a cat, but for many of you, that's what it would be. Whatever vibe you have with that animal is how you should feel in your social time with your friends, with your people. So that's a special message for some people. But what else is coming through here for me with this is what you're looking for, because it's who you are, Pile 3. You are such a loyal friend. You're the kind of person that would, give your last dollar, just do whatever you could to support somebody, even if it negatively impacts you. And so you need that in somebody else. You deserve that in somebody else. And there's plenty of people that want to show up for you in the way that you have consistently shown up for them. This is number 33, if that number means anything to you. I'm also drawn, though, to the word guardian. Maybe you haven't felt very protected a lot in your life. Maybe you feel that some people you're around have exposed you to danger or to risk, whether that's emotional danger, physical danger, financial danger by making you miss events you've already paid for and wasting that money, whatever. And this is changing for you. What's on its way to you are people that actually show up for you with consistency and with safety. I think it's going to blow your mind a little bit about how much of this you haven't had in the past. And maybe you haven't noticed because you bring so much of it. So it's almost like you're such a safe person that if somebody else isn't, you can kind of pick up the slack and still make it safe for everybody. But you're not going to have to be the only one doing that anymore. That's changing. Wow. Wow. This is awesome for you, pile 3. I'm so happy for you. Enjoy it. Thank you for coming by my channel. Leave me a like, comment, or subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.